Alright, so I'm gonna make a guide on how to make conditionals for KH2, just so you can do it yourself for future reference. So, first you're gonna want to choose what instance you want to, like where you want the conditional to execute, or how you want it to execute. Let me turn down my game volume. Alright, um, so to do that, you're gonna wanna, uh, first, if you're gonna like go into a room for it to activate, let me choose what room I want to activate in, I guess. Um, how about the main area of Level Bash, the burrow? Alright, you're gonna want to make a file dump in PCSX2. Oh, I mean, email haste. And, alright, burrow. And then you want to open that up in PS2dis. Go to the address wherever you want the conditional to look at. For this case, it would be this address here for the room data. And as you can see, right here is the room ID and then the world ID. You're going to need both of these, so copy this, put it wherever you're working on making the codes, and then you want the address as well. And then you're going to want to look at these last 4 digits of these rooms as well. You're going to want to take this address, put that, and since the end digits are all zeros, I'll just fill that in with 0, and it's the same as like that for the next line, so you're going to just do that. And say I want to change Sora's health. You'd go to his health slot, which I don't know the address off the top of my head, so I would search 3C, because he's at full health right now, and he has 60 HP, and 3C is 60. Seriously. You have to change it to that. Yeah, I had to change it to 16-bit. And then just press F4 until you come across a line that has 2 sets of the same number and 2 sets of the same number. This first set is his magic, and this set is his health. This first byte will be his current HP, and the second one will be his max HP. So I wanted to set his health to full and change his health. So I'll take this address and paste it into here. Since I'm going to be changing also his magic, I'm just going to change this to a 32-bit right by changing that to a 2. And then you're going to want to open your calculator to figure out the values for it in hex. I'll give him 200 magic and 140, I guess, health. So 200 is, well, that's 2000. C8, and 140 is 8C. So, and I already forgot C8, C8, 8C, 8C, which that's convenient that it worked out like that. Well, not really convenient, but funny or ironic, I guess. Alright, and then since I want to also change his weapon, I'll be looking at this line, and this byte right here is his currently equipped weapon, but it's this all 4 digits are what it looks at. So you're going to want to take this line, change that to a 1, because you're only changing this half of the thing and not the entire line. And since I already know what weapon I want to change it to, I'm changing it to the ultimate weapon. 4 zeros, 0, 1, F4, I believe. So then, to actually write these as a conditional, you're going to want to first start off by indicating it with an E. And since I'm only looking for these 4 digits in these lines, I'm going to put a 1 here. That's to signify I'm looking for, I think it's 8-bit structures, not 16-bit. Or maybe it's 16 and 32, I don't know. And then the next 2 lines, well, 2 spaces, will be how many lines you want to execute. I need to execute 4 lines for these 4, because you also have to make sure you have enough lines to cover the nested conditionals within the conditional that you're writing. So despite only going to be activating these 2 lines, it needs to also activate these conditionals to make sure they run, to check for these, or to run those as well. So I'm going to put 0, 4 for 4 lines. And then I wanted to find 0904 at address 0032PA0. And now I can just copy this, paste that there, change this to 4, change this to all zeros, and to make this easier on myself, I'll do that. And then to make sure you have each of these declining and how many it's going to execute. So now it just has these 2 that they're going to execute. So I'm just going to put these down here. Now I don't need these addresses anymore, so I'm just going to get rid of them. I'm going to copy this, put it into here to convert it into a patch config. Well, I mean pnach codes. Alright. So it should work, I believe. Now to reload the game. I forgot to show this previously, but beforehand I had the kingdom key. So once I get into the room, it should change my HP and my weapon. And oh, wrong room, but I cannot jump up there. And there's the weapon. I'm not entirely sure why it activated on that room. Maybe it was still changing rooms whenever I took the thing, but yeah, so that's how you make conditionals. It's rather easy, but you just need to know what you're looking for. And to show you, 200, 140. Another thing, this is gonna run every time you go to this location, so you can't really choose when or when not, besides whatever values that you look for here. So if you wanted to only trigger during a specific story thing, if that room has a different room value during the story, you'll have to want to put those values in for here. As you can see, it refilled my stuff. Yep. I think it's a charge. I'll just waste some. Run out. Fills it back up. And I'm not sure why it's running in that room, in the Bailey, because I don't think they have the same room code. That wouldn't make sense, but anyway, that's the basic gist of how to make conditionals. So, yep, see ya.